Howdy folks, it is my shadow and my uncut grass, but that's not what we're here for today. I have bought another Wookie vehicle. I've gotten rid of the S10, about to get ready of the Merkur, and planning on getting rid of the Jeep at the end of the year. But in the meantime, I've got myself a new project vehicle that's actually a really good runner and driver, just got a little small detail things to do, but here it is. I found myself a grandpa's car, and there's the Jeep in the way off in the distance in the barn. But anyways, my grandpa's car, a 1987 Dodge Diplomat Salon, which is a higher end of Diplomats. The Diplomat is actually one of the last rear-wheel drive Mopar products until the Plymouth Prowler, not counting the trucks. Anyways, this was the Mopar, or the Chrysler M body platform, which it shared. It had the Plymouth twins to this, which was the Caravelle and Grand Fury, and then there was the Chrysler New Yorker, I think was the one of the Chryslers. But anyways, the Diplomat and the two Plymouths were the last. They outlived the Chrysler, as Chrysler had moved to the front wheel drive platform based off the K platform. Anyways, the M bodies were first introduced in 1977. Originally there was a coupe and a wagon version, but they got the axe early on, as Lee Iacocca really hated these cars. He felt these were pretty much the reason why Mopar went bankrupt in 1979, 1980. And he was all about the K car and that whole front wheel drive movement, basically moving towards the 21st century. This car is a dinosaur. For its time period, it was a dinosaur in the 1970s, and they pretty much carried on until 1989 untouched. Over the years, they got less and less options and opulence. It's got a third brake light over there. You can see my grubby hand, so I've been working on trailers all day. But they got less and less options as time went on. Early on they axed the coupe and the wagon. There was a 3/6, there was the slant 6, the 318, and the 360 cubic inch V8. This is the 318, which was, I believe, the last engine available at the time this car was sold. Of course, they were also sold to police forces, the 883, I believe, don't quote me on that, package, when they took the 318 and put 360 heads on. They were all sold with carburetors, either a 2-barrel or 4-barrel. This one is a 2-barrel. 1989, some of the cop cars and some 1989 models, from what I've been told, did get throttle bodies. But anyways, you can see one of the key issues I got is, like, there's a little bumper fender rash right here. Basically, this was an old person car, and they drove it until they got in the fender bender in a parking lot, and they pretty much their kids told them they shouldn't be driving anymore, so they parked it. And then when the kids drove it for a couple of years in this state, and then the AC went out on it, and of course, what I was told by the guy I bought it off of, that guy was pretty obese, and when the AC quit, he said screw it, he doesn't need this car. He parked it, and eventually his buddy convinced him to buy him off of him dirt. He had a bunch of cars and bought them off of dirt cheap and sold it to me for $1,200. And this is a runner and driver. This is a really, really nice car. And a quick tour, the big egg crate grill, the Pentastar hood ornament, of course these big chrome bumpers, and unfortunately this little piece is tore up right here, this rubber mat, so I'm gonna have to get another one once I get the bumper straightened out. And then the fender, one of our truck drivers has an auto body shop there in Asheville, so I plan on taking it to him and having him work on it. And I'll probably get him to fix the clear coat, because it sat in a field or in a driveway for a couple of years. My landlord's trash over there. Don't ignore that. But anyways, take a look at this thing. Key upside down. Power locks, not powered windows. However, the power locks don't fully engage, so they make noise, but they don't actually do anything. So you gotta do everything by hand. Let's see, that's unlocked. Yeah, see, it's still locked. So get in the back seat. Of course, the radiator was low on water, so the previous owner had given me a couple jugs of water just to make sure it'd make it here. 20 miles, ran great. Still, the water's still full, so apparently it must have gotten drained a little bit when it sat. Still really nice. Look how clean this is. I do plan on getting this fully detailed when I get it roadworthy, because there is a couple little things. Of course, ashtray in both sides, and then these funky door handles down here. And just overall, and of course, big old mat right there. There's the third brake light. Overall, really clean. Sit in here. And legroom is not the best. See, my knees are barely up against the bench in the front. And headroom is not that. Without a hat, it's not bad. But the sloping window, actually, there's no headrest, so you kind of lean back and hit the. See, I kind of hit the rear glass, so that's no bueno. But this is a car designed in the 1970s. Go around. I got all the hubcaps on it and these Ryle wheels. And one of the then at the time newer Dodge logos. I keep on thinking it's a GM where it flips down or flips up, but it actually flips down. Trying to remember which way the key went in this thing. One-way keys, and they only go. There we go. Big ol' trunk. There's the original sticker for the spare tire and jack that are not here anymore. But just look at this big old space that I could probably crawl in and get stuck in. Pull that back out. And just everything's kind of smoothly engages. Lovely Diplomat sign. See, I gotta do some wiping stick dirt and grind where it sat for a couple years. But look at that. The Diplomat badge had a little reflector light in it. That's just a little reflector, like a blinker, or just a little plastic, orange plastic. Go around, walk around. Of course, it's got a lock cable on it, quote unquote, keep from theft and or impaling pedestrians. Get in the front seat. Actually, a lot of leg room in the front. See right there. Right here is an ashtray. There's original cigarette lighter, so that's kind of neat. Vents, the wood paneling. The light in there still works. I do got the original owner's manual, but it's kind of a folder cut type deal, and the registration's in that. And the previous owner is getting the title notarized right now, so I do plan on doing kind of a walkthrough of that when I get it in a couple days. Of course, no vanity mirrors, but up here is kind of a stick-on one. Hey, look at this, a little pamphlet for a Raccoon Holler camping area, Glendale Springs, North Carolina. I don't know if that's still around anymore, but 1991 rates, that's how long that has been in here, so I kind of thought that was neat. There's the only salon badges in this entire car on the front driver's doors. This one looks like it's kind of falling. Yep, that one is broken. So, gotta keep an eye on that. Look at thin steer. 1989 models did come with an airbag. Kind of the last hurrah for these cars. Leo Iacocca hated these cars and would give them the bare minimum treatment as the years went on, because he was trying to kill off this line. GM, the comparable GM would be the G body and or the B. This was kind of the same size as the G body, but they kind of marketed it more towards the B, which was the Impalas and the Caprices, and of course Ford's Fox bodies and Panthers. And this kind of competed against the Ford LTD, and started off competing against like the Fairmont and Fox bodies, and then they kind of, all the Chrysler's products got smaller, and this was the full size by the end of it. And we'll start her up real quick. Give it a couple of pumps. Look at that. And then she idles kind of rough on first start there. Oh. Give us some fuel. Probably gotta sit with my. But so far, no real leaks, anything like that. The speaker, all the speakers work. Will she idle now? Probably. Yeah, she feels like she's gonna idle. But everything works inside of here. And then pop the hood. Look at the lack of yard work I've been doing as I've been on the road non-stop for the past 2 months. And somehow I managed to do this. 318 cubic inch Chrysler V8. There's a brand new battery I had to buy for it. AC needs to recharge. It's an R12 system, so it'll probably stay uncharged. There was the first day I drove it, there was a little squeal on the alternator, and it appears that has gone away. Do plan on giving a full tune-up. Very, very happy with this purchase. Jump cut. The mail lady showed up. I had to talk to her for a couple minutes. But overall, very, very happy with this. Kind of in a rush there, so I do plan on doing a full video on it when I get the paperwork in my name. The couple things that need to get addressed really before I put it on the road. The brake light switch above the brake pedal is out, so I gotta fix that. But all the other lights work, which is fantastic. And then the wipers don't operate. The motor runs, but they don't turn. So if I was told that the older Chryslers, like the 70s models, like the Darts and all that, and the Chargers, they had like little rubber, what they called donuts, that held the wipers to the motor so that it turned, and it was kind of common for those to kind of rot out and go. So I got to pull that apart and see what's going on there. But other than that, fantastic car. Do plan on getting that fixed and getting it all cleaned up, and you'll be seeing more of the Dippy in future. I'm planning on probably doing a vlog series with this car. It's not gonna take much to get it real nice, but overall I'm just very happy with this. I think I finally made a good purchase of a second vehicle, something that actually runs and drives and isn't a total nightmare. S10 just kind of rotted out from under me, but I had that truck for years, and that was a Northern truck. Mercur sat for 8 years, and I should have known better. And then the fuel system all clogged up, and the Jeep also had. The Jeep needs an engine rebuild, so that's way above my pay grade. So, anyways, you'll be seeing more of the Dippy on Wookie Automo TV, and thank you for watching.